to Momentous Struggle, a Star Wars Shatterpoint podcast. On this week's episode, Aubrey and I aren't sure what we're going to talk about, but we'll figure it out as we go along. I think we've figured out we're going to talk about some hobby stuff and maybe Ministravaganza, since that's like 2 weeks away. But yeah, we're just winging this one, but that's kind of what we do every week, right, Aubrey? So I don't think it's going to be anything different than normal, so let's go ahead and just jump on.
Yeah, that's so we came up with the theme 3 minutes ago, and I still don't know what my answer to the question is, because I already have a standard answer that I've been giving for so long that now I feel like I need to give up a new answer. So I'm doing great. I'm definitely not using some of my brain power to come up with an answer right now on the fly while I'm also talking to you. Yay, go Pigeon, go.
I mean, this is the high end content that people are expecting when it comes to us, though, too. So that's fine. We're going to get there. And I mean, at this point in time, it's like, hey, you know, I think I'm getting paid more for this than I am for working for the federal government at this point in time. So hey, that works too.
Too soon. That's okay. This has been going on so long, dear listeners, that I was like, so what has it been? Has it been like 3 weeks? And Todd's like, no, it's been 5 weeks. And I'm like, oh, right. It's November already. It's already November. Why does time keep happening? No more time, Todd. And also, can we get you money?
That would be nice. I would like to see a paycheck for actually working at some point in time. So eventually I think that's going to happen. I mean, I don't know, but I'm hoping at some point in time I will see a paycheck.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen by a new session of Congress going in, right? Isn't that the like fail rate?
So I had the over-under at my work when I was telling people, like, I had the over-under on this going to about Veterans Day. I mean, so it is really kind of, but at this point in time, like, people are thinking it's going to go to like Thanksgiving, that's for some of the other employees where I work are at. So it's like, we'll see. It just, like I said, this one's felt different than every other one that I've been involved in since I've been working there. So we'll see. It's been an interesting month.
Yeah. Things are definitely more contentious right now. But hey, Georgie, thank you for teaching an entire generation of people about the importance of taxation to outlining trade routes and all the fun politicking that happened in the prequels. That was definitely everyone's favorite part. Definitely not the pod racing and Jedi being awesome and the Battle of Naboo. No.
Right.
Kudos to you. My favorite scenes in Phantom Menace are
Memenus?
Senator Palpatine.
Did you say Memenus?
Memenus? Memenus? I don't know. I am not awake either. This podcast is gonna go great, everyone.
It's gonna
Let's
be fantastic. Do this. Yeah, it's gonna be fun times. But no. So, what have you been up to? Like, as far as Shatterpointing has been concerned, I'm sure you've gotten in tons and tons of games, and you're super excited for to talk about all the games that you've done. I take that as a no.
No. So I'm gonna lean into a philosophy that my martial arts instructor has, and this was a mental Shatterpoint week, because I did not play any games, but I did do a lot of thinking about and discussing with Omnis over in his Discord and Accuser. We were talking about still my problem. I want to play full Rebels and also have diceless displacement and also have everything magically go well. And you have to make some concessions. So so I did a pretty in-depth conversation between the two of them, and Omnis went in one direction. I feel like I just had two devils on my shoulder. There was not an angel and a devil, because essentially the conversation of Rebel Premier list goes like this: 90% of your list is great, and then there's one support slot that you're like, what concession am I going to make this work? Because everything else is great now. I cannot complain. The Jin box, the Cassian box, Rebels are sitting pretty. But we're one support shy. And so I had the Omnis Devil on one shoulder going, what if you just played Fifth Brother with Leia? Just play Fifth Brother, because he's on his steadfast train where he wants all of his units to have steadfast somehow. And then on the other shoulder, I had Accuser going, just play Pathfinders. Leia can advance them whenever she wants. And I'm like, I don't know if either of these are the correct choices, but we're going to try them and find out.
Fair enough.
And then I've just been doing basing. You can see some of my progress shots. I'm actually really happy with what I worked on last night, Todd. I wanted to try and make because I'm playing around with like the texture paints and then like adding like rocks and tufts and things. Thank you, Sin, for continuing to inspire me.
I was about to say you're channeling your inner Sin.
Yep. I'm channeling my inner Sin. Huh? That's a weird sentence. Anyway, but I tried to make a couple of bases for Baze and Chirrut look like Jedha, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. They might be a little more red, but it's okay. The oxidization was just extra strong on that part of the planet, but I was going for like not quite Mars reddish Earth. Wait, Todd, have you played Jedi Survivor or Jedi Fallen Order? You haven't
Nope.
played those games, right?
My children do not give me time to sit in front of the TV and play or computer and play video games. Like I'm lucky enough to get the hour. I'm lucky enough to get the hour that I get to do the podcast.
Right. My kids are a little older. No, I get it. Like no, you know what I hate? I watch them play video games now. I don't really have a lot of free time. I watch them play the games. Like I haven't played any of the Spider-Man games because my kids played them like 15 times. Anyway, but a whole part of the just so this makes sense. I'm extra excited about doing these bases because I'm hoping we get Cal Kestis in this game at some point, and so I wanted to make my bases look like Jedha because there's a whole section, like a solid like 25% of the second game happens on Jedha. You get to run around in all those ruins and everything that we saw in Rogue One. Like it's a lot of fun. Oh my word! There's a crazy bounty hunter fight on Jedha. It's so good. Anyway, all right. I talked enough, Todd. What have you not been doing?
Basically, yeah. Like I said, as well, to kind of go back to not getting paid, I am trying to spend as little amount of money on gas as possible so that I can still get to work where I'm not getting paid. So basically, I'm really not going out to any of the stores to play or anything along those lines. Just like I said, like with no real end in sight on this one, it's one of those where I'm like, okay, well, like get by with as little as possible type of thing, kind of mentality of where I'm at. So yeah, haven't gone out and played. I have been doing a little bit of painting. I'm like almost done with that project I was doing for the new player with his core box. So I think I have the male red Mando's almost done, and then I just have Kalani and Asajj left to do, and the terrain is just about done. I'll probably have like a day's worth of painting on that, and then that'll be done. So I'm hoping by next weekend to be able to get the stuff over to him, because I'm not going super crazy with like the details on it, because it was like a very like you basically just paying for like the paint almost is really kind of what he covered the cost of just to do it for a new player. So not doing that project ever again though. Holy cow, I like my pile of shame has grown because I've been just doing his project. So yeah, I keep looking at my boxes. I'm like, I have 8 boxes of miniatures that I need to assemble and paint. So
I don't want to talk about it, Todd. I don't want to talk about it because I've been doing all this practice with basing. I almost forgot. I did a silly thing, Todd. Where we'll see how well this works. I picked up 2 different bottles of, one's clear and one's blue, but it's like resin water to see. So to try and do the whole like I'm jealous of what is
Nick.
it? Sarah Kroll has the water base, and Nick has the water bases, and I've been a little jelly, so I picked up some. Except I'm gonna have to look it up because I thought it was like it's like the kind where you set it and then you just gotta like heat it up and it'll dry. But like it just says wait 24 hours, and I'm like, wait, what do you mean wait 24 hours? But oh well, I decisions were made at Hobby Lobby.
There you go. Yeah, no, I mean, so there's all sorts of different. I mean, and that's the thing. You can go through a lot of different things. Like the Hobby Lobby stuff, you're not always going to find stuff that's like specific to miniature painting. So there's going to be that piece of it. But I mean, that's not a big deal either.
Oh yeah, this is like for like model trains, like when you're making
Yeah.
making terrain and things. But
Hmm.
I don't care. I'm gonna have fun with it. I already tested it out last night. We'll see what it looks like. Like I'm already sensing I so I will be honest, dear listeners. I thought that by adding all these cool effects and doing all these things, I would be taking less pressure off myself on the like painting part of the basing. No, nope, it's just more. It's just more because now you have all these little details, and like Talia was explaining to me how to create a shadow effect on where the rock, like I have a set of rocks, and then like Baze is going to be standing in front of the rocks, and she's like, all right, so now you got to put like a purple and a purplish gray like here, and I'm like, what? And she's like, for the shadow, Aubrey, for the shadow. And I'm like, oh yeah, the light
She's
exists
taking
on.
it to a whole new level. Yeah, yeah. She's taking you to a whole new level, making you think about things you never thought you had to think about.
Yep, yep.
Good
So
times.
of course I've gotten like 3 bases done in a week and nothing else.
I like it. I like it. But yeah, so but I've been just doing some just as standard painting. Like I've been so not a whole lot. Like I said, it's I'm hoping to start getting some games in. Like next week is our end of league tournament though, which will be kind of nice. Are you able to go to
Yeah.
that one?
I was able, so I looked at the work schedule, and I had thought originally that the reason I was working that weekend is because I was covering for somebody else. But then I was looking at the
Hmm.
schedule, and I was like, wait a minute, nobody's off that week. I'm like, what's going on? No, it just was like my regularly scheduled Saturday. So I asked my boss to swap because we're always doing that all the time. Because pretty much it's technically the third supervisor can be left in the building, but because of the hierarchy of how the city does this, they prefer either my boss or me to be in the building at all times if possible.
They haven't really
So,
met you, that have they? They're going to leave you alone in a building and in charge. They have
oh,
this. They can't. The people that make these policies don't know you.
they don't know I still make Lego buildings. It's fine.
Okay, okay. You're in the children's section playing with Legos while everyone else is working. I got it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, no, that's come on. I've told you this before. My job, people don't realize my job is to be the library's cheerleader. I'm the one going, "Hey, the library's fun. Come visit the library." La 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 la. While everybody else is doing the real work. I'm just the mascot going rah rah rah.
So you're like cheer dad, but for the library. Got it.
Yep, yep,
Okay.
exactly, exactly. Same,
Yeah.
same thing. I'm like they go do the books and the getting people library cards and the computers and all that, and I'm over here going, yay, fun.
Nice. Oh, I forgot to tell you that little girl that told my daughter that I'm her spirit animal like came up to me at this cheerleading competition and told me it again. She's like, I have to tell you to your face.
Yay!
I found it
You've been
hilarious.
adopted.
I have. So no, but it's so funny. But yeah, no, I mean that's been my life has been lack of shatter pointing. But I'm looking forward to this weekend because I'm definitely going to go to the our end of league tournament. So that should be a good one for sure. At least,
Yeah,
at least I
I'm
hope so.
I'm prob I'm probably, so Accuser can hold me to this. I'm probably gonna bring a list that Accuser talked about that has Robo Pathfinders in it, just to kick the tires, because I'm swinging away from Chopper after seeing how easy it was for like single models to get essentially bullied right now. I'm also just having PTSD from my one of my boss games. One of my boss games was very rough, and I got I got obliterated by what was it, Boss Hunter? Just oops all clones. And so
Got it.
I might be bringing Rebel Pathfinders. We'll see if I regret it. It's they're almost good, Todd. Like, okay, sorry. Soapbox about Rebel Pathfinders. I feel like they need one of two changes. Either
Okay.
you delete Cloak and Dagger and you replace it with like a mini version of Callus's. You know how Callus has, what does he have? Impact and Sharpshooter 2 and make a focus action if you spend a force, right?
Yeah.
That's Callus's ability. I feel like you either give them like that, but they only get like Impact 1 and Sharpshooter 1 and like instead of 2, but they get to make a focus and you can spend a force on it. Just delete Cloak and Dagger. I don't understand that super niche ability that you're going to use 1 out of 50 games. Or just give them one more dice at range. Just one more dice at range, and I think they get fixed. Because they're that close to being good. They just don't have a way to give themselves a focus, which makes their attacks wimpy. And they need one more dice if they're not going to focus an attack. Like, I don't. Their expertise tree is decent. Their output is and their combat tree is decent, but they just need one more dice, Todd. Somehow, I don't know how I'm getting them the extra dice, but overworked AMG intern, please listen to me.
I don't see it happening, but good luck, and may the force be with you.
Just saying. I don't know. You got any supports that you wish had one more thing going on with them? Because Rebel Pathfinders keeps me up at night.
Other than the 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 um the Magna Guards going back to the way that they were.
Oh,
I don't think
oh,
that's. I don't think that's like changing anything, but yeah.
I do forget because you played so much Republic now that you were on the battle
Oh,
droid
I liked.
train for a while.
Oh yeah, I loved playing Oops All
Yeah.
Droids. I mean, the funny thing is, I just like a couple weeks back played them, and it was fun. It was it was it was Grievous and Maul with Oops All Droids. It was a fun
Yeah.
list. I had a blast playing it, but that not expecting to see that coming up very often going forward. So, but no, good times. So yeah, I guess we can just kind of jump into that. Kind of leads into what we're hoping to see at Ministrav. So Ministravaganza is coming up.
Right.
Yeah, Ministrav is coming up here in like basically 2 weeks from today. We're recording, but it's really like what? So that's the 15th of November. So that's Saturday. So it's a lot shorter of a Ministravaganza than we've seen in the past. Like the Ministravs that we've seen in the past have been usually like 3 to 4 days. This one looks like it's only going to be one day, just a Saturday thing. So I think that kind of gives everyone a little bit of a pause, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it, because we're not seeing a big uh, long calendar of events going on. More than likely, it's just going to be maybe some reveals. I mean, I think they're going to probably take away like the painting stuff and the talking about terrain and a lot of the, I don't know, I kind of call it fluff stuff, but like some of that stuff is probably going to end up going away. So I don't know. What are you kind of expecting, like based off of just a 1 day schedule compared to what we've seen in like last year?
Yeah, I know everybody's like, what does this mean? Oh no, there's not going to be any announcements. And no, I think it's more like what you're saying. They are just going to focus on the announcements and not do any of the extras. Now, do I expect there to be maybe fewer announcements? Like, I mean, there's a reason they're reducing the airtime. That probably means there's also fewer announcements. That doesn't mean there aren't going to
Yep.
be any announcements. Like some people are like, they're going to show up and just tell us the same things we already know. And I'm like, why? This costs them time, effort, and money to do just this.
Right.
They're not gonna do nothing. It's marketing. It's marketing. This is coming out of their marketing budget, everybody. Like they're not gonna tell us nothing. Like um so like that's my first thing about it. And I'll be honest, okay. I don't watch a lot of the live stuff. I wait for other people to give me the highlight reel anyway. So like I hate to be the I don't care, but this isn't I have never been. I have never been even when I was younger and more athletically inclined, I never wanted to watch sports. I wanted to go outside and play the sports. I never understood the let's watch somebody else do something cool. Like I'm the same way now, like with YouTube and like all these let's play. I don't want to watch somebody else play a video game. I want to play the video game. It just gives me FOMO. I'm like I want to go do the fun thing. I don't want to watch you do the fun thing. Like so I'm already not the target audience for like the multi-day mini strav. Like, let's go and spend all this time. Like, no, just give me the highlight reel. So,
Well,
sorry
I think that's kind
everyone.
of what this is going to be. I think this is like kind of
So
like what it's
sorry.
transitioning to. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's but like I said, I think that's kind of what this is transitioning to is just being the highlight reel because like you're taking away probably stuff that a lot of people didn't watch, like probably the painting streams with Dallas or the terrain reveals or something along those lines, and the assembly of it, where most people I think probably were just like, okay, let me see what are the reveals coming up because I mean this is what we're about 4 months away from Adepticon, so like I could see that we're probably going to see maybe like what we would expect if there's going to be anything in the first quarter outside of the Balin and the what's the witch's name? Elsa
Morgan.
Morgan Elspeth. Her those two boxes because that's all we know about in the future that I can think of. I don't. Is there? There wasn't
Hmm.
any other, right? So I mean, it's
Just
I would
just the
expect.
other terrain packs.
Yeah, like I said, it's I don't know. Like, not many people get excited about terrain. Like it's just like, and this terrain, I think there's been
I
like some people have
I
been kind of
like
down on it.
terrain. I like the little buildings. Okay, at least I know my lane. I get excited about the terrain. I did you see Thoris 3D printed a thing to like give you like a flat surface on the like he printed an attachment where it goes on top of the new outer rim terrain that just came out, and it makes it so you can connect you can actually like connect gantries or at least like put them where they're not like tilted. I don't think they're actually connected, but like they're at the same height level.
I haven't
Like
seen
it's
that.
pretty yeah, it's pretty cool. So I mean, I still want to pick up that thing at some point, but I I need to Todd. Uh, I bills are a lot, and I hate to say it out loud with you on the other side here, but man, they don't stop happening, do they?
I mean, yeah, bills are a lot, Aubrey.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Todd. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm digging a knife every time. Well, like I spent a Sunday replacing our dishwasher and learning how to do that. It's actually not that hard. If you have a dishwasher problem and it's not the actual plumbing, everyone, you can do it yourself. Trust me. Just get
Yeah, it's
in
just a
there.
couple hoses. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Just a couple
But
hoses and
that's
some
how I
pipes. Yeah,
spend my Sunday because our
there you
dishwasher
go.
stopped working. Yay.
Yay, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. No, I'm not.
No, no.
But
All
yeah,
right,
no. I mean,
but
there's
mini strap.
yeah. So I mean, looking at Ministrav, I mean, is there? What are you, I guess like what are you expecting to see since it's only like a 1 day event? They still have 3 games. A lot of emphasis, a lot of time and energy has already been put into Legion for this year. I think Legion's kind of like they've gotten to the point where they released all of their like starter sets for like all of the other armies and stuff like that. So I'm assuming we're kind of at the end of the Legion run for the year. I know MCPs like they're starting to get their two starter sets out that they have coming out. I think they're coming out later this year, so that's probably gonna be what the MCP side is going to be is like highlighting those. But I don't know. What do you expect to kind of see for the Shatterpoint side? Because there's really not. I mean, do you have an expectation of like things that they might talk about?
Well, I mean, we can get one thing out of the way. I believe they already said they're going to be talking about another alternate game mode, and it seemed, and I don't remember the announcement, so correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounded like it might be different from Key Operations or Galactic Legends. Am I remembering that right?
I believe so. I mean, so but I don't know. It's that's kind of what I've heard, but I mean from the different the cryptic posts that we get from AMG.
I don't want to talk about communication and being clear, just telling us things. We already did that enough for a few weeks. But anyway, okay, fine. I don't remember the post. I'm just gonna go off on what I expect and what I would want. So what I expect is we're probably gonna have some more like codifying of like the alternate game modes because I know they haven't. I don't hear a lot about them. I hear people occasionally enjoy them. And I know Andrew and I have tested key operations, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do that again." I would be interested in doing like a narrative event, but I haven't had the time to even tackle like just the key operations or things. So I'm hoping that they maybe because they also seem a little complex. Like the alternate scoring
Mhm.
is complicated. Like you really have to pay attention to the rules and like we were checking. So I don't know if it's that it needs to be codified or made simpler, but some sort of either revamp or new game mode that I could get people to play cuz I ask and I get like one person responding.
So
So
talking about
something.
that kind of yeah. So that kind of brings up a question, I guess. So like talking about like how the scoring is difficult. Is it any like? I guess it's a two-parter. Do you think after you've played it two times, three times, it would not be as difficult? And do you think that like learning this game, like Shatterpoint, just the general Shatterpoint, versus learning that is more one was more difficult than the other when you go back to the very beginning when you were first starting to learn to play Shatterpoint?
Yeah, it's actually so I gotta explain it better because it's been a minute since I did this anyway. But it's just the key operations. The way you score is there's usually additional requirements. Like it's not just be next to an objective or be within range two of an objective. There's like different things you have to do to get the scoring. And like the one I did was the crash ship where they're like trying to get where like one of you is trying to get off a planet and the other is
Mm-hmm.
trying to capture you, right?
Right.
And so like we got scoring wrong. Like Andrew and I are both reading through the key operations and we're like, I think we scored correctly, but it also seemed like really hard for one side to score and the other side to deny scoring. But I repeat, this was not supposed to be going in depth into key operations. I'm not prepared to talk about it. This was months ago, and I don't even remember all the details. So this is not
No,
a
it's okay.
critique of key operations.
No,
but
because
but
we're going off the rails anyway, Aubrey. That's kind of what we're here to do is just to confuse
yeah.
you with going off the rails.
Right, but my point is that I would like to see more with like the alternate game modes, and what I expect is that we probably get either like another Key Operations or the Galactic Legends comes out with more information and things. What I would hope for is that we get an actual multiplayer format like the one that MCP has, the symbiote thing.
Mm-hmm.
That
Separation anxiety. Yeah.
Separation anxiety. Yes, that. That's what I still say. Shatterpoint would be an awesome 3-4 player game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't mean like teams like 2v2. I mean that I also think that's fun, and I think they should make that more of a thing. Like, give us some rules just for like 2v2 instead of leaving us to just play the same game of Shatterpoint, but with twice as many people and no more time. Um, uh, but I would love to see something like the separation anxiety because that sounds like I don't even play MCP and I want to play MCP just to play separation anxiety. So
No, I
please
think it's
give
one of
me
the best ways
something.
to play the game.
Yeah.
I think it's by far
Yeah.
one of the best ways. And it's like if you could find a way to do like a one squad free for all against three other players, I like and make it work. I think that would be fantastic. I think that's like that would be I think ideal of for like a great way to play it. I don't know like this again figuring out the scoring for that game to make it work would be probably like a little more above like something that I know how to do. But I think that's yeah definitely would be fantastic if you could find a way to sit there and bring a separation anxiety type to Shatterpoint.
So for scoring, I have thought about this because I know Shatterpoint's a tug of war, but if you had two struggle trackers and the goal was just adding and removing cubes, and you didn't move the middle cube, like the goal was just to fill up your side, then you
Mm-hmm.
could have two struggle trackers. Four people could do scoring simultaneously, and there'd probably be some mechanics that would add and remove cubes on your side, and there, done. I figured it out. Print money, AMG.
I'm
Yeah,
sure we can find a way.
with my game design, degree. Yeah, I haven't even finished the book on game theory that I have in my shelf. Like, I just play them and talk about them. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes, we know. I think our listeners
So,
have figured that out.
any expectations on either, I don't know, terrain or game modes, or we want to talk minis.
I mean, I don't think like with three games and only doing this over a course of a day, and they're probably only doing 8 hour days, 8 to 10 hours. You're probably looking at what 2 hours per game ish. So I think you have what maybe an hour to talk about one thing that's going to be like alternate, and then the rest is probably going to be an hour of previews and talking about what comes next. So it's like I expect this to be just an extension of like the Adepticon preview show is kind of like where my thought process is. And of what we are probably gonna get. I don't know. Do you think it's gonna be something more than that?
No, you're on the money. I think it's gonna be like the reveals at Adepticon, just bigger and more stuff in between, and they'll get to expand and go into more detail, probably either about process or. I mean, some of this is it depends on what they actually announce, Todd. So I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but but yes, I think you're on the money. This is gonna feel
Yeah.
more like when we watch the Adepticon reveals, just
Right.
cooler.
Yeah. Just a little more pomp and circumstance put into it since it's a mini strav. But yeah, I mean, as far as like what I'm expecting to see, I mean, gosh, we haven't seen any new announcements, any new models like being teased or anything like that. We still haven't even seen like the full cards for Morgan or Balin's box or any of that stuff. So I mean, that's kind of what I'm like the easy low hanging fruit kind of what I'm expecting to see is that piece of it of like those small items that we haven't had a chance yet to get our hands on as far as those cards. That's but I mean that's the boring stuff still. I think we're expecting I would expect to see probably like maybe a slight roadmap for the first 2 quarters of next year as far as like maybe a couple of like sneak peeks, maybe stuff that we would expect to see leading up to and maybe like right after Adepticon because Adepticon ends like right at the end of the first quarter. So maybe it would be like, okay, here's going to be quarter two's stuff. I would really like to see. I mean, Ahsoka show's coming out, Ahsoka 2, so maybe we'd end up seeing something from like that reign. I mean, we've gotten 3 Ahsokas now, so maybe not Ahsoka, but what would be really cool is to see maybe a new Ezra, like a post like that time frame Ezra, or a another what's her name Sabine. That'd be kind of cool. I think those would be kind of some like easy ones with what's coming up and what we would maybe kind of expect to see over the next couple months because of what we're seeing. I don't know. What do you think?
I got a box for you that would be fun.
All right.
Since the Ahsoka show is very much centered on Sabine, what would be cool is if we got a primary Sabine, a secondary Ezra, and then hear me out. Because I've been having this problem too, because I feel like we need a Rosario Dawson Ahsoka in the game, but that also means we have 4 Ahsokas. So what if we got a support Ahsoka in that era that's like a single model support in that box, and then now you're playing now you're playing around with the at least getting a character into a different spot. Like that could be fun. Yeah, yeah. She'd have to have
I
tiebreak
just,
though. Give those single model supports a tiebreak. AMG, they all need them.
I just
Give it
can't
to
see
Del Miko
Ahsoka
too.
being
I
a
don't care.
support. I can't see that. Do you think that? Okay, well, that kind of brings up a question. Do you think we might see some updates to like characters that maybe didn't get updated in that first pass?
Do I think so? No, no, I don't, Todd. Do I want them to? Yes, yes, I do. Like, I don't mean like a full. I wouldn't expect us to get like them to suddenly drop like another like what was it, like 30 models got touched or something. Like, I don't know. It was a
Yeah,
lot.
it was a lot.
I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't expect a full rebalance, but like it would be cool if they did some light editing. You know, like give give uh give the Magna Guards back their back their original card. We're sorry, separatists. We're sorry. We didn't know that all it took was restricting Vader. Oh, while we're at it, take the Galactic Republic tag off of Vader 1. Like, just do it. Just do it. Do it. I'm I'm kidding.
It's
At
not
this point, it's
happening,
a
Aubrey.
meme.
It's
I
not
know. At
happening.
this point, it's a meme. But like it would be cool if they just did like some light stuff. Like even if they just released like I don't know, a handful of things that they know they've been working on. Because it did feel a little arbitrary where the line kind of got drawn, like what got touched and what didn't. So it'd be nice
Mhm.
if they kind of went and did just some light edits. Like it'd be cool even if we just got like 4 or 5 models like edited in some way. Like that would be nice, just so that we know that the like that's kind of what I mean, I'm not a game developer. I'm not a game designer, but it feels like it must be easier to do rolling edits than to wait and drop like 40 models all at once cuz then you can like kick the tires as you go, but I don't I don't know what testing and all that math and them tweaking the numbers of like
Mhm.
Pathfinders only get 6 dice. Rebel Commandos get 18 dice. I don't know what goes into all that math, and I don't want to know, frankly, because that's too much math for my brain.
Yeah, I mean it. The only time that they've done like
Yeah.
emergency ones, like an MCP, was I think like February of this year. They did like one where it was like they hit 2 tactics cards and 2 characters in MCP. So I mean they've done it when it's like okay, but this is actually something that really needs to happen. But I don't see them like doing any. I mean I would like to see it, but I'm kind of with you. I would like to see it, but I don't see it happening because there's nothing that's egregious that needs to be addressed. I mean, okay. I know there's probably somebody out there that's yelling at their car radio right now that says, "What about
Boss and
boss? What about?"
Cassian.
or Bazin turret? Yeah, I know that there's probably someone screaming at me, but there's nothing that egregious that like needs to be hit right off the bat. Could a change to those like maybe make the game a little healthier? Maybe. I still think we need time to sit there and let everything marinate before we make any big changes into those characters. But like I said, for me, and I'm sure some people will potentially agree that out of the things that could change, I think separatists getting a little bit of help might be the one thing that I think would like a lot of people would like to see, that at least the separatist players out there would like to see.
Well, and I'm sorry, General Veersbox. Like I actually would like to play some Empire because I would love to recreate the whole like Darth Vader going into the base at Hoth with Veers and bringing down the AT-ATs. Oh, Todd, I have we derail. We're derailed. I have to talk about something that Disney got lore wrong, and we have to talk about it now. Are you ready, Todd?
Oh, sure.
The character in the second episode of Visions calls them at-ats, and that's wrong. They are AT-ATs. It is an acronym, AT-AT, and I will die on this hill. She called them at-ats. There's now a whole generation of nerds who are going to be wrong, Todd.
I mean, that's. Am I supposed to be surprised that there's going to be a generation of nerds that are wrong that think they're right because they saw it on TV once?
I don't actually know that this is a real piece of lore, Todd. I'm just being silly. Like, I don't actually know if they're supposed to be.
You seem very genuinely upset about this, Aubrey. I mean, it's like, it's okay. It is, you know.
Anyway, my point is, I didn't really want an emergency ban. Like, I don't think they should just jump in 2 months into the meta and be like, fix Bazenturit, fix Cassian, fix Boss. Because then Kiadi Mundi's going to run around and beat everyone in the face again. Do we remember? Like, something's got to be the best thing. And if it's not these two, it's going to be the other new thing that came out this year, guys. Like, do you remember Kiadi Vader running around beating everyone's head in? Like
It's still able to do that. I mean, it's just that, you know, people like prefer doing boss things and stuff. So, but yeah, no, it's I do see that. I don't think that there's something that really like needs a desperate change in the game. There could there be tweaks that could happen? Sure. But so I don't expect to see a lot of that. I just expect that it's probably going to be a preview show more than anything else, especially with a 1-day type of a thing. So, okay. So going to it, I mean, outside of Cal Kestis, because I know that's never going to leave your wish list.
Not until they make him with he should have multiple heads and multiple lightsaber options and multiple ponchos. I'm just saying, he's got to be like a video game screen where I get to pick my costume. I
don't think you're ever going to be satisfied. You're never going to be satisfied, even if they make him. It's like it's not going to live up to the expectation that Aubrey needs.
Oh no, I have the whole card designed in my head because Omnis got me realizing that basically Fifth Brother could be a Cal Kestis. Like I got it, you know. He should be able to expose people and push them off points and be steadfast and protect. Like I got this. Like it's just a primary Fifth Brother. I don't know what the identity is, but it something stupid. He's just Fifth Brother with better expertise, a better combat tree, and an identity. Because now I'm just going cracked.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like I want the most broken primary in the game. Yeah.
Oh no,
so
we'll just only give him
that.
6 dice. That'll be his problem.
Okay, fair enough. Well, like I don't see this happening anytime in the near future, but as long as that's something that you're excited for, you keep dreaming, buddy. You aim for the stars.
All I'm saying is, as the box builds itself, you could have Bodhi and Grease, or Seer and Grease, and Marin will be the secondary. We get another Dathomirian. Cal's the primary. Done. I made the box. Just print money. Just hit send. Just hit send. But okay, all right. My real answer is it does feel at this point like it might be time for us to go into the sequels. I know the sequels divided everyone, but I wouldn't mind seeing a Kylo Ren box or a Rey box. See a few things, even if they just like dipped us in with Force Awakens territory. Although I don't know. We still have stuff that I'd like to see from from the original trilogy. Like we haven't seen a lot of stuff from Empire Strikes Back. Like we've gotten Lando, but like it would be cool to see like either another Hoth themed box to go with Veers, or another like you could do Luke on Bespin or Luke Dagobah training, or like one of those, and then like the thing is then now I'm telling you, hey, put more Lukes, Hans, Leia's, and Chewie's in the game. No, we don't really need more of those, but it would be cool. I don't know. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? This is just I'm just
So
spitfiring now.
something cool that I still want to see, and like because of the way that they future proofed like some of the text in this, I would like to see a unit that has a 2 unit primary, and I have one in particular, Tipley and Tiplar
Oh.
from the Clone Wars, the Jedi twins.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I still think that would be something really cool to add. You have, have the twins. They could be a 2 unit primary. And depending on, like one stance is for one of them, the other stance is for the other. Depending on what stance you're in, depends on like what the identity is or something along those lines. You'd probably have to make them like a 5 or something, but they'd probably be pretty weak attacks or something like that. Like you kind of like attacking like supports do because there are 2 unit primary.
Right.
Or
Yeah, no,
but I think
essentially design a primary as a support. So then you would have a single model support and a single model secondary. No, that'd be cool. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know how to make that work, but
I don't either, but I think
eh,
it'd be cool. That would
yeah.
be my
No, I
my
like.
wish list is to see that.
Ooh, that's a good one. Man, Todd, that's way better than mine. Ah, man.
Can you, on the fly? Can you think of something to top that? I guess then is really what it would what I think. So come on, Aubrey, what do you got? Look at you. You're like just staring off into space, not able to think of anything. I
Yeah,
feel bad for
no,
you.
I can't think of anything that would be cooler than that. I mean, the only other thing I could think of that could top that, but we probably would not get it because we talked about this before. Getting a what do you call it? Getting a Phantom Menace box with like Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Jar
Hmm.
Jar, and I don't know, maybe Kid Anakin or just some like Naboo guards or something. I don't know, but I have a new idea. I have a new idea for Jar Jar.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I think that what happens is that Jar Jar should switch players, go back and forth. When he activates, you switch who activates him, but but at the end of his turn, he's gonna go under the other player's control or whatever, but
Hmm.
have like a negative effect. So like as long as you're controlling Jar Jar, something happens. I don't know. Like you get -1 dice roll or something insane. So the whole goal of the game is to try and get Jar Jar away from you. Like he has a
That's
he has a debuff bubble. Like he has like a range 3 or a range 4 bubble, and if you're caught in the bubble, something bad happens to your character.
okay. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that one, but there's
Aw, no Jar Jar love.
I, I mean, I think that you could probably get away with that. I mean, it's um, with having some like a Jar Jar in the game. I think you would. I want to see a Jar Jar like not a Jar Jar box, but I want to see a Gungan box at some point in time. I mean, you could do something with
Yeah,
like Tarpals, the
yeah,
the
Captain
general.
Tarple.
Well, so yeah, having him like as your primary with Jar Jar as your secondary and then Gungans as supports, I think is not like unheard of. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
that would be difficult. I think you could make a decent Gungan box out of that. I mean, and you can still, since Jar Jar's a support, you can make him silly and still functional in the game. And then you can
yeah.
play,
No, I.
like the Naboo box with the Gungan box and really have on theme there.
Well, no, that's what I want. That's what I want. I've said all this time. It feels really. I get why they did it because the model is awesome. But it bugs me so much that the Padme we have in this game is not from the Clone Wars. Like it's like Kid Padme showed up, and you're like, no, 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 no. You're this. you're too early. You're 10 years too early. Like, go grow up, kid, and come back. Like, this is a war. This isn't the invasion of Naboo. like,
I mean,
but I don't see us getting another Padme. So I mean, I guess if you're gonna pick a Padme, Queen Padme is more fun to paint. Like, I get it. I just want
yeah,
another Phantom Menace box to play with it. That's all.
yeah. I mean that would be the ideal, is to get like that, because no, I'm right there with you with the Padme that we have is like completely not Clone Wars. I guess. I mean, I guess technically that's the start of the Clone Wars, is like, if you really want to say that. But, as-
Sure.
but
They didn't
yeah,
know
I mean,
they were fighting the Clone Wars.
exactly. I mean, but I think that's the only way you're going to get Sabe into the game too, was to have that particular box, because we don't see Sabe anywhere else outside of comics. And maybe a couple novelizations, but she's still. But I think it
Yeah.
was just comics that we've seen her. So I mean, yeah, that's I think
Yeah,
why
just
we.
comics and a book.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, that's
That
kind of where we
trilogy.
have to get her in. But I mean, like, okay, so Dream, if you were to get another Padme, what would you sit there and what would you build? Like, if it was a Senate Padme, how would you build that box? What would be what would be the secondary for her? I mean, because I'm assuming she'd be the primary again.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna get Jar Jar in this game somehow. I mean, it's gotta be Representative Binks, of course.
Oh
Come
my god.
on, come on. And he's gonna say, Misa give emergency powers to the chancellor, and it's just you lose the game. Like, the ability, if you trigger it, you lose the game.
That's not happening, Aubrey. It's just not happening.
I know. I'm being silly. I'm being silly. So, what I would like her to have is, because it would have to like showcase her leadership. I would want her to have like kind of a souped up version of, like the Kalani, like tactical network or whatever. Like, I feel like. I mean, this is kind of like my headspace for, because we always talk like Rarely Reserved was talking about Newt Gunray, and I know other people have talked about like how can we get more separatist primaries into the game and what they would be like, or even like a Palpatine, like how to make him not broken. And I think you lean into the like you have something like Jin's Tactic, where you can move a Galactic Republic character or do a 5 dice attack with them. I feel like that might be something that they could just copy and paste over to Jin, and then maybe so like Padme. I don't want to make her like wimpy because she does fight, but I would want to lean into more of the like she's the support primary that's like moving your team around and getting them into position, and you get to take extra attacks. Like, it would be wild if like they just literally stapled over Jin's ability, like it was only a support, but then they also gave Padme like an activated ability, so that in theory you could get like 3 attacks on her turn, but like they have to be like from different models. So like maybe the other one is like choose another allied secondary or primary, and they can make a 5 die attack, and then like just copy Jin's ability. So like you have to move a support and a different unit, or do the attack. Does that make sense? So like you're not, so you can't move one model, like have them bounce around making 5 dice attacks like over and over and over. That'd be crazy. But have it be like 2 different models, that could be interesting. I don't know.
Could be. I'd like to see. I mean, so yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I mean, you could do. I think for me, it's like yeah. I mean, you could see that with for her unit, and then like I guess maybe for her supports and primaries, maybe like Senate guards or something like that.
Yeah, you could do the original Senate guards, like before Palpatine brought in his red guards. Like they have like the guy in the Clone Wars that he ends up betraying the Republic or whatever. That guy's kit. That's the original Senate armor before they went all
Yep.
red and Sithy.
Yep.
So
You
I
could put
mean
Cordy
that
in
could,
there. let her
What?
live the one who like died on the freaking platform, just like
Yeah, I
just have her like laid out dead, and that's who you get. She basically is there to sacrifice herself for the primary.
well, yeah, you could do I failed you, Your Highness, and it's just like K2SO's ability where he
Just
leaves
jump
the
in front.
table, but he this is terrible. This box is terrible. But I mean, you could have Senator Padme, you could have Corday, you could have what's his name, the guy that replaced the dude from Naboo,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
the eye patch guy. I can't remember his
Yeah.
name. Typho, Captain Typho.
We just call him the pirate. I
Sure.
don't know.
He's a pirate. He's not a pirate. And then
Arr! I protect you, Senator. Arr!
oh god, oh god. She does have another handmaiden in that scene, but I think she's more of like she's like a political aide, not really a fighter like the rest of them, if I remember right. I don't know. It's been a minute since I read those books. The books go into more details. About
Cordy
a
was
couple of those
a handmaiden. I mean, she actually did have the handmaiden training. So
No,
you're thinking that-
Corday was. No, I mean the other girl. There's I can't remember her name. The one who doesn't die. There's
Of course, the handmaiden dies, not the aide. That doesn't make sense.
yeah. Anyway. All right. So we talked about Padme. Any other boxes? Any other wish lists? Because I mean, I could go, oh, we should get Revan in the Old Republic, or I could go, oh, we need, insert other thing that I know everyone already wants here. Like those are the easy ones. What do you think we might actually get next that would be different?
That's the hard part, man. Because I like staying within the different eras that we already have. I can't think of like a character that we're missing yet that like is like, oh yeah, it's like that's the obvious, oh, we have to have this particular character. I mean, that's my whole problem is like I can't think of somebody that like comes to mind with that. I mean, is there someone like that pops in your mind? Is like, oh, this one's obviously missing. We obviously don't have this particular character from like the one particular set of shows or something like that. I mean, well, no, they're not going to add in what's her name from Mandalorian. I mean, Mandalorian movie's coming out too, so that there, there's that on the future. I don't know, man. Like, is there somebody that's popping into your mind?
I don't think we're getting more stuff from the Mandalorian verse or whatever Mandoverse. I don't know what we're calling it, but I don't think we're getting more than until after the movie comes out. I think that would be more of a late next year at the earliest. Like the only thing I can think of is like there's still a few Jedi from the prequels era. It's just I don't know that you can make a whole box around them because like we have Ayla Sakura. I don't think I've ever said her name out loud. The Twilight Jedi. We have Quinlan Voss, which would be cool, but I don't know if they really want to dive into his story. Like his story is pretty complex to put into Shatterpoint terms. Right?
You know who's someone we don't have in the game from the Empire that would be interested, that I think would be a good fit? Grand Moff Tarkin.
Oh my God! Yes, please. And with Admiral Mahdi and Colonel Yularen, like I know that office scene is so British, and like the evil fascists are having a coffee meeting about how to destroy the galaxy. Like, but I would kill for. There's so many great one-liners that just come out of that one scene in the movie,
Right?
And it's just trolling your evil space wizard boss about his religion. like but again, like, because that would also give us a chance to get, you could give them Navy troopers. Like, that would, like, you actually could just do Tarkin, Mahdi, don't do Colonel Yularen, even though I like Yularen's character. Like, I like his backstory that he was in the Clone Wars and then just keeps being the military dude, and he's like, whatever, I'm gonna keep working. I gotta get my pension somehow. And so, Yeah, the Navy troopers with the big helmets. I want the big helmet guys. The rebel troop. I want the rebel troopers and the Navy troopers. Come on, AMG, make some boxes. Give me some more. Give me some more supports for these two. I just don't know. Like, Mahdi's an admiral. Like, and Tarkin's the Death Star. I don't know how that plays out on the Shatterpoint table. I mean, you have to have a commence primary ignition. Like that's got to be on there. Like, it's gonna be blow up the town, but like everyone that's on an objective takes max damage. I don't know. I don't know. You don't have to roll dice. It's just they take 3 damage. Everyone will love that. Flip over the Shatterpoint card. Everything takes 3 damage. You all units take 3 damage.
Everyone on the board just dies. I mean, he's ruthless like that. So there you go.
But that would be fun. Like, I like that, Todd. I like that. I mean, what do we have left over this op? I still want a Yoda and a Palpatine. Like, that would be cool. And like an Anakin, Obi-Wan, Mustafar dual pack would be cool. Like, we could get a different Obi, a different Anakin. But I don't know that I see any of these on the horizon. Like, I'm just talking about stuff that we've talked about before at this point. So, you know what? I hope we get surprised. I hope we get something that we didn't guess.
Yes, that'd be fantastic. There you go. There you go. Look at Aubrey with the sealing the deal there. All right, well, let's go ahead and end this since we've like rambled for a good hour now, and people are like probably have tuned out. They're like, "What? I'm done with these people and their crazy ramblings." So let's go ahead and end up this episode here. As always, we do want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in and listening to us and the ramblings of our show. We do appreciate each and every one of you. If you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is to become a patron. You can join with the link below. If that is not for you, you can always support us by rating and reviewing the podcast on whatever podcast platform you are listening to us on, or if you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Let us know what you think by leaving a comment. We appreciate it, and definitely it's awesome when you guys do that. But you know what, Aubrey? I think to end this one, what we would say is what we don't want to hear from Ministravaganza is them pulling a Tarkin and going, "You're far too trusting. Ministravaganza is far too remote to make an effective demonstration."
Nice. May the force be with you, everyone.